The Public Health and Environment Act is the only vehicle now to take the country through and mitigate COVID-19. Loide Shaparara, a senior legal officer in the Attorney General's office, says measures under the Act are now fully operational to curb the further spread of the disease.
The regulations remain the same. We are expected to wear a mask. We are expected to sanitize. Businesses are expected to. I think as the conversation goes along, the details of the regulation will emerge, but it does not imply that there is a lesser obligation or responsibility to comply because we are now under health regulations as opposed to a state of emergency.
Shaparara warned that under the Act, anyone who will be found violating such provisions may be arrested and tried in court of law. Such person or persons will be given a fine of up to $100,000 or 10 years in prison or both. Another legal expert and senior legal officer in the Health and Social Services Ministry, Sarangishi Dimbwa, says after the lapsing of the state of emergency regulations, the public is called on to self-regulate to control the pandemic.
We now find ourselves in this new normal. So as you can see, the new normal is sort of like a hybrid of the old ways of living and a hybrid of the 6 months of the state of emergency. So we are saying that the restrictions that were there during the state of emergency have been relaxed, but they are still intact. So we are advised that we adhere to these measures that are still in place. We don't go back to our old ways of living. We almost start self-regulating.
Such self-regulatory measures include the wearing of masks, hand washing, sanitizing, and social distancing, amongst others. At the same time, Deputy Commissioner Josiah Shikongo, head of Nampol's Reserve Force, expressed satisfaction with the level of compliance by public transport users. But alcohol still poses a challenge.
On consumption is they start adhering in the beginning, and as time lapses, the restrictions or the measures totally falls away. People will not, they will take off their masks, they will start dancing, and those are the high risk areas. So in fact, it's a challenge, and the compliance is very low. People will not strictly adhere to the measurements which are put in place.